Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever, of course. And we're going to talk about how the Charlotte Hornets was in a tough game, and out of nowhere they blew out the Miami Heat in the fourth quarter, and they won it 136 to 106. The Heat go to 38 and 31, and 15 and 19 on the road. The Hornets go to 35 and 34, and 15 and 17 at home. Miami still did win the season series since they won the first three games, and since the Hornets won the last game, they win the season series 3-1. These teams most likely won't find each other in the playoffs, but they could possibly find each other in the play-in. We have to see how things play out, but the Hornets should be happy that they're above 500, and now they should be trying to stay above 500 by the end of the season. So we'll see if they're able to do that. Charlotte 26 to 24 in the first quarter, 33 to 33 in the second quarter. Then Charlotte won the third quarter, 37 to 31. Then they won the fourth quarter, 40 to 18. Just really destroyed the Heat when they needed to get the win. Khalil Ware got to start, no Bam in this game. Right calf, 7 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 6 from three. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds and the assists, no turnovers in the block. 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and was a minus 17 and plus minus. He had some open looks, some good looks. He just wasn't making anything tonight, which is crazy because he's usually one of their more consistent players, especially on the offensive end. Get some dunks, get some wide open threes, and some drives sometimes, and some offensive boards and putbacks. But none of that really worked for him in this one. So he was held to 7. He didn't even get 10 boards with no Bam. So it was a disappointing game from Khalil Ware. Norman Powell and Tyler Hero both did start. Norman has 17. He took the most shots on the team with those 17 field goals. But he only went 7 of 17 from the field, which isn't the worst thing. But he did go 1 of 4 from 3 and 2 of 6 from the free throw line. So he had a lot of things that he could have did better, and he could have made some more shots too. That would have helped. But that just wasn't the case in this one for him. Whether it was a drive or a pull-up, it really wasn't working as well as it needed to. He did have 6 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and a block. He had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 23. And plus minus Davion Mitchell, he didn't score that much either. 26 minutes for him. He went 22 of 6, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 4 points. He also had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and he finished as a minus 19 and plus minus. So the passing was really good in this one for him, but the scoring just wasn't as great as you needed it to be. Tyler Hero, he was driving and he was trying to score because he couldn't really hit the the 3-pointers. So they allowed him to attack off the dribble a little bit, and that led to some other baskets. But he had game high, which isn't that much, but 20 for the Heat. That was as good as it got. He went 1 of 2 from 3, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Got to score some way, somehow. He was able to figure out how to do that. He did get 8 boards as well. He did have 5 assists, but it did come with 4 turnovers. He also had 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and was a minus 18. And plus minus Pell Larson played 28 minutes. He ended up having 14 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That's really good because he had to get the points somewhere as well. He wasn't really making shots the way he wanted to and how he felt that he would. Can be that way. Don't really know until you shoot it, until you try to make it, if it's going in or not. But it didn't really work as well as he needed it to. So he said, you know what, I'm not going to shy away from getting contact. I'm going to go right to that paint and live with the results, and it ended up working out for him a little bit in this one. He did have 2 rebounds and 4 turnovers, though. All his rebounds was offensive, and he had 5 personal fouls and was a minus 25 and plus minus. Fontecchio was trying to defend and play as well as he could, but even then, he only gave you 10 points, but he went 3 of 9 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3 to get it. But he also went 3 of 4 from the free throw line, so that helped him get into the double figures in points. Other than that, he just had 2 rebounds and 1 assist. He also did get 4 personal fouls and was a minus 5 and plus minus. His goal was to make things tough. His goal was to make things difficult, but it ended in fouls a lot of the time. in this one. Myron Gardner, 4 minutes. He went 0-2 from the field. He did get 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 2 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Keishad Johnson, 20 minutes. He ended up having the most points off the bench. He had the jump shot going. The drives was working for him, even the little floater shots. He ended up having the most points in the game off the bench with 15, and he went 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from three to do it. He also had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and a block. The 3 steals ended up being the most on the team, so that was good. He also had 1 offensive board, 2 personal foul, was a -13 and plus minus. Jaime wasn't really trying to score too much in this one. He was more passive. And it worked out because he had 6 assists, even whether he was driving or in the post. He was able to find his teammates a lot. He also had 6 points, and he went 2 of 3 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That ended up being cool for him. He did have 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, was a -9 and plus minus golden. Played 2 minutes. He didn't do anything but finished as a -4 and plus minus. Drew Smith played 8 minutes. He went 2 of 3 from the field. He missed his only three, had 4 points. He had 3 rebounds and 2 assists and a turnover and 1 personal foul. All rebounds was offensive. And he was a -10 and plus minus. Jameer Young, he played 4 minutes. He ended up making his only shot from two, but he missed his three and then went 1-1 from the free throw line. He had 1 turnover and a personal foul. It was a -4 and plus minus. And Yaka Chonis played 15 minutes. He had 6 points, went 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and a personal foul. One of his rebounds was offensive, and he was a +1 and plus minus. And then Charlotte, everybody that was healthy and was ready to go availability wise played, but it was mainly because they blew him out in the fourth. Miles Bridges, 31 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He ended up getting 10 boards, so he finished with a double-double. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. No personal fouls, and was a +26 and plus minus. Just a real good game of man in the paint and also giving some perimeter help and some defense. That always is a good one to see anybody do. And he did a good job of doing a lot of things for the Hornets. And you can say the same thing about Musa. He didn't score in double figures, but he still got 13 boards. That was the most on the team. He also went 4 of 6 from the field, high percentage shots all game, even though he missed 2 of them. He finished with 8 points, so he could have got the double-double. Just wasn't meant to happen in this one. He did get 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He also had 5 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and was a +21 and plus minus. He's fast, he's quick, he can get to the rim really well, and he's good at getting to the balls. If you try to get in his area, he will try to get a stop on you. You have to love that. Brandon Miller got some dunks and some wide open threes. He finished 4 of 6 from three, 6 of 15 from the field for 16 points. Good game from him, just knowing where to be at on the court and knowing how to get open. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 4 personal fouls, and a +25 and plus minus. LaMelo Ball, 33 minutes. He had 30. He went 11 of 12 from the field, 4 of 12 from three. He did a good job of driving, getting those shots off the glass to go down. And, of course, he's going to pull up for some threes. That's what he does. And he also went 4 of 5 from the free throw line and had 13 assists. He's getting better at finding his teammates. He's getting better at being himself a little bit more within the offense, and it all comes with familiarity and playing with each other a lot. 6 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, +32 and plus minus. And then you had Con Knipple. He really helped out with his 22. He went 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnover, 2 steals, and a block. And then he almost fouled out, which is close as it gets for him, because he usually doesn't have these type of situations happen that often. And he was a +27 and plus minus. Grant Williams had a nice fadeaway, and then he made a 3. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 8 points in 19 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnovers, and he also had 1 personal foul, was a +4 and plus minus. Xavier Tillman, 2 minutes. He ended up doing nothing but finished as a +4 and plus minus. Ryan played 14 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 3 of 4 from the field, did a good job of getting in the paint and finishing strong. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and a +8 and plus minus. Pat Connaughton, he made a 3, made a free throw, then missed the other free throw. So he finished with 4 points in 2 minutes. He also did get 1 rebound and a steal Other than that, he was zero and plus minus, a zero with personal fouls was a plus four and plus minus, and then Kobe White was a big reason why they was able to keep and maintain the lead. He played 20 minutes. He had 24 points, went 8 of 15 from the field, 3 of 9 from three. He ended up going 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He was stopping and popping and hitting layups. And that's what he does. He's so quick, so fast with his handle. He can blow by you whenever he wants to, and if you give him the space, he will shoot it. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and a plus 3 and plus minus. Josh Green, 14 minutes. He missed his only field goal, which was a 3. He did have 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 2 and plus minus. Trey Mann, 4 minutes, 2 points. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal. 1 personal foul and was a plus 2 and plus minus. And then Zion James, he made his only 2-pointer, missed a 3-pointer, so he finished 1 of 2 from the field and 0 of 1 from 3. He did do some other things though in those 18 minutes that he played, which was get 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He also had 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 8 and plus minus. Charlotte Hornets, 96 field goals for them, 53% from the field, 89 for the Heat. They shot 40% as a team from the field, then 40% from 3 for the Hornets, 19% for the Heat. That was a real big difference in who won and lost this game. 21 free throws for the Hornets, they shot 81%. 34 though for the Heat, they shot 79%. That didn't really help them that much because, like I said, they lost by a lot. And then 48 rebounds for the Hornets, 43 for the Heat. 32 assists for the Hornets, 26 for the Heat. 13 turnovers for the Hornets, 15 for the Heat. 11 steals for the Hornets, 4 for the Heat. And then both teams had 3 blocks, and then 10 offensive rebounds for the Hornets, 12 for the Heat. And then 38 defensive rebounds for the Hornets, 31 for the Heat. 25 personal fouls for the Hornets, 22 for the Heat. And the Heat just couldn't make a shot in the fourth quarter for a long period of time and throughout it. And the Hornets just kept scoring and getting the shots that they wanted and generating good looks for themselves too, while the Heat just couldn't get nothing going. And then the lead just ended up going bigger and bigger just because the Hornets just kept thriving and really doing a good job of making shots. And the Heat just couldn't get anything going. So this was a tough one for them to lose. They was close. They was in it. They was battling. And you just couldn't do it. The basic, simple things of knowing how to get open, knowing how to get guys good looks, and creating your own if you have to. And since they couldn't do that at an efficient way or even go on the streak, they ended up getting blown out and losing to the Hornets, a team that they needed to beat, a team that they wanted to keep at a little bit of a distance. But it didn't matter tonight. The Hornets got the win and got it done. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.